WEFT Champaign. Could we get a roll call from you guys?
This is Seamus Alwyn. Seamus Alwyn, Arnav Chavula, Alex Woodworth, and Larry Sheridan.
Nice to have you aboard. It's your first time at WEFT?
Yes.
I knew it was your first time on this show.
Mm-hmm.
Now, because we're not going to break a lot tonight, could you go ahead and tell us a little bit about how the band came to be, how long you've been together, whatever you deem relevant?
I will condense this as quick as possible. Alex and I had a radio show. We're trying to come up with a name. I lived in Champaign. He lived in Urbana. That's where you get the 2 shades of green, because we both lived on Green Street.
And you're still friends in spite of that.
Yes. Hence Lime Forest, which turned into a band because no one listened to our online radio show. And then I recorded an album this past summer, and here we are.
Well, I was going to ask if you'd ever been on the radio, and obviously you have.
It depends what kind of radio we're talking about. Oh, yeah, online radio, absolutely. That one.
If you had a radio show with no listeners, none of us here can relate because we're all so popular, but...
I thought you were talking about my music being on the radio.
No. Before I asked if you'd ever been on WEFT, I was going to just say, have you ever been on the radio? And I thought, I don't want to be embarrassed that this is only like your 83rd radio appearance because you've been on all the stations before ours. But, well, and you'll also be on TV because this show is rebroadcast.
Wonderful.
So, any jokes about, faces made for radio, I can't get away with anymore because, well, of course, they get the back of my head. So, anyway, anything else you want to say, or do you want to save it for the next break?
I'd rather just let the playing do the speaking.
I think that sounds good. I'm going to run back there for a minute, but I will be enjoying the set. You're listening to Lime Forest.
Correct.
I caught myself that time.
You got it.
You play electric, so...
Yeah.
Anyway, Lime Forest on WEFT Sessions. Hit it.
This one is called Black Sheep. Sorry if I scared you away. I was searching for something cute to say. And if I came off as a creep, just know I wasn't afraid of being a black sheep. And if I came on too strong, well, I swear I didn't mean no wrong. And when I sit and think of it today, I'll never stop coming with things to say. And if I came off as a creep, just know I'm never afraid of being a black sheep. And if I came on too strong, well, I guess I'll always have my black sheep. Black sheep. Alright, this one's called Fires. Everywhere I start fire, mostly in my mind, to see what I can find inside. I'll never change, 'cause I'm too confused to rearrange my brain. I don't care, I start fire. They're part of my design, and every step of the time. Always know when I hit too low, just lying little like a weeping willow in pain. switch guitars here. Little Tool over there. This one is called Swiss Cheese. I think it's a fan favorite. Hopefully. Yeah. 1 second here. As far as I can tired of always abandoning doom. Are we get wired, cocaine caught the blues, but I may have found you. I'm ill exhausted from always appearing so new. I'm zonked up, nauseous, you bet I'm confused, but I found you. Does what I'm all about make me a clown? 'Cause I've had my doubts, I've let me down. There's souls like you know that shoot me back up. I'll keep trying over again, over and over again, over and over again, over and over again, over and over again.
It is almost 10:30, and you are listening to Lime Forest here on WEFT Champaign 90.1 FM. Used to always say WEFT 90.1 FM Champaign. Apparently, our legal ID is the exact opposite order of how I was told to say it originally, so trying to be all legal and everything. That's my favorite song so far.
Okay.
What's it called?
Over and over.
Is it on Bandcamp?
Yes.
Good, I will get it.
Go for it.
Spotify and iTunes and like the big ones too.
Well, Bandcamp, I think, is what Mike linked. But that
That
is a great
works.
opportunity to give out all your social media because we've already had one new listener in New York ask where you were from and say that he liked you.
That's cool. Hello, man in New York, or woman in New York, or non-preferred, you know. We accept everybody at Lime Forest. Oh, well, if we got a minute to talk here.
You have as many minutes as you want.
I believe our Facebook URL is Facebook at what was Lime Forest Music. If you search Lime Forest, I'm sure you'll be able to find us on Facebook.
Shout out to David Simley. He says we sound really good.
Oh, that's great.
That's not a lime on your shirt, is it?
This
It is.
Hella swag.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have white and black shirts available.
Well, I was trying to figure out why I kept trying to screw up your name. In the second hour, one of our most popular releases of the past year and a half is called Lime Drop.
Okay.
I know a band called The New Lime. I know a band called The Fragile Lime. The only electric lime I can come up with is a Crayola crayon.
That's interesting.
But you guys are the only Lime Forest I am aware of.
I've never heard of anyone with lime in their name, but it's not to say they don't exist. I think Electric Forest is like a ravey festival, and I think that's what's confusing you here. Lime Forest, not to be confused with Electric Forest. Oh, it's also an Elven name.
Do you have a website?
Salaryman.
Salaryman is the instrumental side project of Poster Children.
Dang, that's
So
awesome.
Okay, I like that name.
I'll have to play it then.
They need a song called Celery Man.
That I had celery ice cream once.
How was that?
Pretty good.
That's interesting.
It was in Italy, so it was gelato.
Oh, okay. Can't go wrong there.
Yeah, I was going to say actual Italian gelato is kind of hard to screw up. I'm sure it's happened, but not that anybody lived to tell.
Sorry, I spaced out for a minute there.
Any more about social media or upcoming gigs that you want people at?
This
You-
was the most cool thing we had coming up. We're playing
There's
at
one guy would like to hear about your shirt because he can't see it on the radio.
this one?
It's also green, but it's not limes.
No, it's a Ninja Turtles shirt. So we're big fans of the band called Tame Impala. And
Yes.
back in the day, Kevin almost exclusively wore a Ninja Turtles shirt. And they didn't really have any merch that I could find at the time. So a buddy and I were like, first one to get a Ninja Turtle shirt wins.
You mean Tame Impala didn't have merchandise?
Yeah.
I thought you meant there was no Ninja Turtles merchandise, and I was very confused by that.
No, at least like when you Googled Tame Impala shirt, nothing came up at the point, which, my God, have things changed. But
Maybe it's like Calvin and Hobbes, where it's about not licensing.
maybe.
Of course, Calvin and Hobbes wasn't around to sell albums, so I sold books. I don't know. I'll have to research Tame Impala some more. Originally, I didn't think they had distribution in America, and then I found out that I just found out about them through weird channels. So,
Yeah. They've put themselves on the map for sure.
indeed, they're from. Is it Australia?
Yes.
Okay.
Perth,
You should.
Australia.
They should open for you.
No. If we open for them, I could die that night.
Don't though.
No, I don't want to. There's still some things that,
Bucket list should get longer so that you have,
Yeah. Living one day at a time.
yes. So over and over, you said.
Correct.
I am going to go look that up while you get on with your set.
Okay.
So you are listening. Everyone out there, looks like I'm telling you that you personally are listening to your own band, Lime Forest, on Web Sessions.
All right. This one is called Smile. We just ironed it out not that long ago. Here goes. A robot friend once told me about my propensity of feeling down. Neurotic and unfolding, I wondered how I'd ever turn it around. But I read a book, my home, and I began to feel unbound. And now I can't help but see it takes a smile to erase a frown. It takes a smile to erase a frown. This one is called Goblin. My best friend's a goblin eating gobstoppers. I smile every time he laughs. We hang with other candy shoppers. We don't care if that seems daft. Thank you. Gotta hydrate here. This one's called Another Back Nine Square. song's called Post Jock.
I remember when I only thought about girls, working out, drinking shakes, doing hops and curls. I remember when I wouldn't eat my greens. I remember beating off the magazine. So dumb and happy, not know. Now I'm sitting here all uptight. Gotta wash my mouth, don't wanna pick a fight. Sometimes you just gotta sweat it out. Yeah, fucking get it loose, bare knuckle bound. Well, there's no need to cross my tears. I'm the only one I've got to please. At least it seems to me.
All right, we've got two more for you. Do a little tune job right now. This next one is called Do You. Why not? I will dedicate it to Dylan Alwyn, because he once told me he really liked this song. And I appreciate when people say that. When you think about your life, do you separate the body from the mind? Ooh! hot in here with all these lights. Hello again.
I was just seeing that you still have 9 minutes left, but does that mean the last song is really long, or you're going to finish a little early, or you want to talk a while?
We can talk for a bit here. This
Okay.
song is about five minutes.
I just don't want anybody shortchanged. And
No, we just
you guys
played-
have had a
played
good set.
quick, apparently.
Honestly, the only reason I'm not aware of more positive feedback is that I haven't had a chance to check for much positive feedback other than listener in New York affirming that you got his gender right. The fact that I said he probably helped.
Glad to know. I just don't want to make any assumptions.
No, it's nowadays. I mean, we have people's dogs and cats listening along. We've got all kinds of diverse.
Listeners. Absolutely. That's the way it should be. Good halftime break here, but it's
Yes.
much after halftime.
I think you should mention your primary website again, just so that people.
We do have our primary website.
Just
in
where
the
you want
works.
people to look you up.
The best place to look us up is on Facebook. Which did we ever confirm? It's Lime Forest Music. I don't know how you word those URLs. I know
And
that.
the album we were talking about is Like Liquid, is that right?
Correct.
Okay, because I think I looked at every other album before that one. And it's like, here's a
There's-
single, here's a single, here's a single,
Yeah.
here's an EP. Oh, this has all the songs.
Yeah, we put out.
It was like a Price is Right game where you get, 4 chances and it's the 5th window and you still lose. So.
Yeah, we have the Catharsis EP, which is the second thing I did. The first electric thing.
Now, are any of those available in hard copy?
I have cassettes of
Oh.
Liquid.
I was
limited
going to say, if
to-
you have a CD of anything, then we could actually, play it here on a regular basis. But I can
I can get you one.
I can make
absolutely.
arrangements to play the occasional track here and there.
Yeah. I didn't want to make a bunch of them and then not have anyone want them, but
That would
now
be sad.
It would, but now, I think I'm comfortable
digital
pumping out some copies, so we can make that happen. Plus, most people our age just roll digital stuff anyway. So
Yeah. I don't
It's
even want to
interesting.
ask how much of an age difference between some of my listeners and, but
we like a lot of old music for once.
I do
but
know we have people in their 70s listening. So,
that
You
is
should
wonderful.
mention again that it's on like Spotify, iTunes.
well, you see, they have
Some of their
actual
ones.
radios. So, actually, come to think of it, if they're listening online, they're not using actual radios. So
There you
they're
go.
just very tech savvy seniors.
Spotify, yeah.
That's good. I think that's good.
Oh, I would say, again, if we're celebrating diversity, we certainly don't want to turn away any 70 and 80-year-olds who like this music.
Yeah.
They
I
have
would-
good taste.
I would love to meet them.
If they exist,
You should do a radio
let's
tour.
get a
Internet,
sometime.
you just go all the places that internet reaches.
That would be awesome. We could swing that maybe.
Or actually, it would be easier to do a tour of places internet does not reach because it reaches pretty much everywhere.
This is true.
And I won't make any Comcast jokes because
Oh yeah, let's not even get started.
I'm Bill. I'm Carolyn, and we're the
Comcast is actually streaming us right now, so we certainly don't want to bite the hand that feeds.
Little Nine Inch Nails reference.
Sure, yes, that's exactly what I intended.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is deliberate. I meant to do that.
Just brush it off.
Well, any other relevant information before your last song?
Yeah. Again, I said we have T-shirts available. We are working on a website,
Mm-hmm.
which is limeforestmusic.com. We were able to snag that URL. There are, if you went there, it's alive right now. It's just not fully nourished. We'll get it there. Hope to have some shirts on there.
It's
And-
saplings at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell it's our website. So I'm not gonna withhold it because if someone went there, they'd be
It's
like, "All right."
ornamental, no actual
All right.
fruit, but
Yeah.
lime chutney.
I do have cassettes. If I will mail it to whoever wants one. If there's people listening right now and you want a cassette,
That's great.
say you're 70 and you still like cassettes.
Honestly, I think
have a
cassettes
couple.
are most popular with like 19-year-olds right now. I
Yeah.
think cassettes are almost exclusively like a retro hipster. The
Yes.
past is the future.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I will give a shout out to Dave Allison, who is my man that inspired me. Well, he asked me if I was planning a physical release, and I kind of said no, and he was
Mhm.
like, "Do you want to make cassettes?" And I was like, "Yes, let's make cassettes."
Since you're excited about tapes, I should mention that there was a local band. I can't even remember which band it was. Maybe they can contact me. But they were buying up 8-tracks at thrift stores, and they were going to relabel them as their music, figuring that nobody would ever actually listen and discover that they were the Bee Gees.
That's terrible.
So the whole idea was if anybody 10 years afterward plays it and it's like, wait a minute, this isn't what I bought, they'll be long
Yeah.
gone at that point.
Everything comes back around.
Yeah.
You got to be careful with that type of move.
Well,
there.
the point is 8 tracks may be next. And then
That's true.
wax cylinders.
Speaking
So,
of wax, we got to get a record made here.
yes, this next song
That
should
is-
come out as a wax cylinder only single.
That would be wonderful.
Well, no, because nobody would hear it.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just still thinking of vinyls. I'm sorry.
So what is this last song?
This last song is called Lemon Tundra.
Oh, you got lemon
It's-
and lime. It's like 7-Up.
Yeah, it's supposed to it's supposed to be like,
All right.
lime, lemon.
Well, I would say
Forest,
everybody
tundra.
stay tuned through this last song. Enjoy this last song. And if you like local music, we've got a whole other hour of it coming up. And this is WEFT Champaign. Thanks again.
All
This
right.
was great.
The lemon tundra is sweet and cold. The lemon tundra it soothes the soul. It takes control of you, like gum on the bottom of your shoe. Like gum on the bottom of your shoe. Well, it latches like a leech. It smiles like a peach's reflection in a spoon. Well, I'm stuck in my ways, taking note of every word you say to the place, as if your heart would like a game. I am not naive anymore. I own you, and I'm leaving you behind the door. The lemon tundra is sweet and cold. The lemon tundra, well, it soothes the soul. It takes control of you, like gum on the bottom of your shoe. Like gum on the bottom of your shoe. Well, it wears many different masks, constantly leading you to ask, what's your true identity? Well, I'm stuck in my ways, so she knew which face to play. Oh, lemon tundra, you're exactly what I hate. I'm not naive anymore. I am leaving you behind the door. Hold on you like the moon. Beware lemon tundra. Take care of any conundrum, 'cause I won't be seeing you soon.
Thank you very much.